Good evening and welcome everyone to Orchard Lake St. Mary and Maluski Field. As tonight, Orchard Lake St. Mary, they look to bounce back from a devastating loss. I'm Roy Akers as well as Jeff Decker as Media Network brings you the best in local high school sports. Last week, Orchard Lake St. Mary ranked number 1 in Division 2 against the Division 3 squad from Warren de La Salle, and holy smokes, Warren de La Salle took the home squad on the big red turf, dragged them up and down the field and gave them a beating. And their coaching staff has said that, you know what, our players kind of needed that. And well, after that lesson, they're playing Birmingham Brother Rice, and it's really strange to see the Brother Rice team that's 2-3, Jeff. It only happened a few times in Alfred-Cass's reign, but things are a little different around here at Brother Rice, and I think this ball game tonight in a swirling wind, what do you think is going to happen?
You never know, but we did see the kicker taking some from out at the 30-yard line, and he actually put him through the upright. So you never know on tonight's game, and both teams seem quite volatile with their ups and downs. It's going to be on the ground. I'd have to think this wind keeps picking up.
And what we're going to do is we're going to be right back right after this. We're not going anywhere. We're just putting in the opening. Yeah.
Sure.
25,000 mornings, give or take, is all we humans get. We spend them on treadmills, we spend them in traffic, and if we get lucky, really lucky, it dawns on us to go spend them in a world where a simple sunrise can still be magic. 25,000 mornings. Make sure some of them are pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
Birmingham Brother Rice will be kicking off. They're working from our right to our left as doing the kicking chores for Birmingham Brother Rice. We'll get that for you in just a second. That's going to be a squibber, and it's going to be fielded by an up man. The ball's still on the turf. It's finally going to be fielded at the 31-yard line. Orchard Lake St. Mary, Jeff, has great field position, and it looks like their own 32, 33-yard line.
A great place for them to start this thing, and on that squib, boy, he had to get his handles on that. It's going to get cold. It's going to be hard to handle. And with this wind, we're going to see a heck of a lot of ball handling tonight.
Now, I'll tell you, it's always good to be in the press box. We're in the open again, and I think you're saying, why aren't we in the press box? Every hole is filled. If you look over there, I had my little trusty binoculars. I checked. But on the handoff, it's going to go to the weak side. Orchard Lake St. Mary, they're going to have their ball carrier. It's going to be Rashawn Allen. He's going to pick up about 5 yards in that particular play. Bringing him down is a linebacker just brought up from the junior varsity, Mike Lawrencell.
Did a good job to bring him down that quickly, but he does pick up those 5.
And with that, it'll bring it up 2nd down and 5. We're still in our opening 30 seconds of this first quarter. Obviously, we have no score. Just our second play from the line of scrimmage. Playing out of the 2 tight ends. We're going to have a power back set. The ball's going to go to the opposite way, as this time it's going to go behind the big left tackle, Jack McCarthy, and Leonardo Narduccio is out there. And this time on the carry, it looked to be Justin Myrick. It'll pick up just a few, and it'll make it 3rd down and about 2.
Josh Ross looked like he was trying his best to try and break that line and give him a hole to get into.
And this time, Orchard Lake St. Mary, they're once again going to work out of the powerhouse set. They have that 6-man front, Jeff, like they described before the game.
Us.
And this time, it's going to be a student body move, not breaking containment. It looks like Joey Royer, Dominic Sadga and company are in there.
Boy,
also,
they were in there
yep,
quick.
Yep, and also getting in there is number 5. And that looks to be Josh Ross. No, it's not Ross. Ross is for Orchard Lake St. Mary.
Oh, you're right. Number 5 over here, Jeffrey Timko.
Now, we are learning the hard way through the bushes, Jeff and I. When you're out in this strong wind, 30 miles an hour, PowerPoints come in handy, and luckily I got one tonight. This time the handoff after our first down, that's going to be a pickup of about 7 yards. Is this time a bull rush ahead for Myrick.
Nice job there. Picks the hole and gets there. Picks up good yardage.
That time it looked like he ran right behind the center, Ben Joswiak. and that created the 5-yard gain that time, Jeff.
Excellent.
Yep, 2nd down, 5. Almost at midfield at their own 49 is Orchard Lake. We played just a few ticks under 2 minutes of this opening quarter. The wind is really howling right now, and that's going to affect everybody. As this time the tight end's going to move. He's going to move from the strong side to the weak. As that time the handoff.
Quick flag.
Yep. It was Fagnani who actually started on the strong side, went over to the weak, and as Jeff described, there was a quick flag. What do you think?
Quick motion, yep.
Yep, and it is, and that's going to be the first penalty of this football game, and that's going to push the home squad back 5 yards as we have played 2 minutes, 10 seconds, and of quarter number 1, our clock is rolling.
Brings up their 2nd and 10 on their opening possession.
And so with that, Orchard Lake St. Mary, they look to hike the ball from their own 44, and this time it's going to be a wraparound handoff, and it's going to be Myra getting around one guy but not a second, as this time it looked like Ryan Scott was in on the tackle.
That D is just strong. There's a lot of big kids up front, and they're knocking them right down.
Mike Lawrence, Lawrence Sell, the JV player we told you about a minute ago, he was brought up about a week ago by Brother Rice, and they said that, hey, that we need some help.
Coach was excited about him.
He was. He was
was
talking
really
about a little
excited.
gleam in his eye, and it's going to make it 3rd down. We're going to call it 7 yards. Orchard Lake St. Mary still trying to cross midfield. They're in their opening possession. We have a slot back right and left, and the quarterback's looking for him. Going downfield on a flat pass, bounces off 2 players and almost intercepted.
Just about picked off out there.
Yeah, it looked like it was Jeffrey Timko that nearly got the pinball deflection. It bounced off a couple of different players, but falls harmlessly to the turf, and it's a punting situation. And you know, Jeff, these stands, there were about 12 people here 10 minutes before the game, and they all came out of the coffee shed, and they are here to cheer for their orange and black and brown, I guess you can call them.
Here comes the first punt of the game.
And it's Matt Bain.
Oh, he put his foot in
Oh, boy, look at that. And that's going to take
Wow.
Orchard Lake hot, but it's
Will
too good of
it?
a hop.
It's running down the line,
And it's
just into the end zone, just.
Yeah, it is, Jeff. It's
Only
in the end
about
zone.
a yard in.
Yep, and it is a touchback. And so what do you see after the first drive of the game for Orchard Lake St. Mary? They moved the chains. They moved the chains one time, almost got it a second, but it looked like that penalty killed the drive.
Absolutely true, but there's a lot of fight in both of these squads. But boy, Brother Rice came out and just held them.
We played 3 minutes, 14 seconds in quarter number 1. Brother Rice is coming out of their huddle. We're going to have it at the center of the football field. Take a look at Steve Krajewski's a quarterback. Al Gonzalez plays a fullback. Ruben Willers will play at one of the running back slots. Orchard Lake St. Mary's going to have a 4-man front. They're going to play out of the shotgun, and this time the handoff's going to go right up the gut. Pushing the pile is Rice, and they're going to get a decent yardage on this game.
Good job by him to get that hole. 29 just popped through there as quickly as he possibly could. That's Bo Pickens.
And he makes the stop, as you hear, and Brother Rice, they have it 2nd down, and we're going to call it about 5 yards. They have their inaugural possession of this football game. They're in their road whites, playing in this Catholic League. They're usually one of the top teams in Division II, but with 3 losses, they have to win tonight's game to realistically have any chance at all of making the playoffs. It's going to be a sweep toss left side. No room whatsoever. Margene Latoyer, John Person, Ralph Hawley, and others.
Josh Ross right there, number 5.
And he is the all-Michigan linebacker. This kid here is just an absolute beast out on the football field for George Port's squad. They are 4-1 on the season, and they are looking to go 5-1 because playing in just, 3 weeks. They'll be playing at the Prep Bowl down there at Ford Field. Well, I mean, you got to keep winning to play, but they're on pace to do exactly that. Brother Rice, they have split out over to the near side. They have big number 82, a new player listed on the roster as they're playing off the near hash mark. They have the quarterback looking. Krajewski has a pick.
He's
It's
got
picked
it.
off. And on the
Number
carry
4.
back. Yeah, and with that big turnover, it's
Jack.
Kofi Bashir who makes the
And it
interception.
Looks like he might have stepped out just before the end zone.
He did. A great return, and Orchard Lake St. Mary has the ball, and that time he caught the ball with his big mitts over his head.
Looks like about the 11.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. On that play, it looked like the quarterback never saw him.
He absolutely was throwing into a tight package there, and that linebacker, he was ready to take that right there.
Well, with that, Orchard Lake St. Mary has great field position as they have it on the 11-yard line. Brandon Tabone, well, this time will hand it off. First man through. I was trying to take a look and see who got that one. It looks, who did you have on there? Rashawn Allen, I believe, who got just a couple of yards. Make it second down. And it's not goal. It's second down, about 7.5, a long 7. Orchard Lake St. Mary can actually get a first down without putting the ball in the end zone, but that'll be pretty difficult. This time it's going to be a toss to the outside, falling on the turf. This time Orchard Lake St. Mary's Brandon Adams will just pick up a few.
Adams just slipped a little bit, the 5'11 senior, trying to get through that hole. He made a sharp cut and then came hard right.
Yeah, it looked like Scott Kowalski was who he was trying to run behind, but Kowalski, he had the hole blown open for him, but once again, when you hit your knee on the turf, the play's over in high school and in college football.
Yep,
that's going to make it third down and goal. It's actually not goal, third down, and we're going to call it a 8.
Yeah, they could make it to the 1-yard line and have a first down.
And this time it's going to be a play-action pass for the end zone. It's going to be delivered and wide open for the score. Touchdown, Rashawn Allen. He's got the TD, and with 6:07 of playing quarter number 1, that was a very well-conceived play. You have it as Nathan Fagnani, and Fagnani with the score. Tell us a little bit about that play, Jeff. That time it was a run into the line, beautiful play action. And this time, Fagnani got away from his man in the end zone.
They thought for sure they were going run with that, with being so close to the end zone. Had him totally fooled. He got to the back of the end zone, dropped it in right on his hands.
Beautiful toss. You couldn't have drawn that one up any better. And already, Orchard Lake St. Mary, they're up 6-0 at home. The ball is spotted. The laces are forward, and the kick is good. And with that, our game score is 7-0. The home squad is leading the visitors in Catholic League action. Jeff and I, we're going to kind of dissect that as you take time for a couple minutes.
All right, this is the play that we're going to run. Alex, this is what I need you to do. You're going to inbounce the ball.
Hey, you okay? That was a pretty hard foul.
I think you might have a concussion.
Do you remember anything?
If you passed out, we need to get you looked at by a doctor.
If you don't feel right, you gotta tell somebody.
I'm your mother. You mean too much to me to take a chance like this.
It's okay. Don't worry. We've got your back.
Let's go. The ball's coming to you. Ready to get back in there?
A concussion is a serious brain injury. Know how to recognize concussion symptoms, report a concussion to your coach and parents, and take time to rest. Safe Kids is helping to educate students about concussion safety. Make the right choice. Join the team and pledge to keep concussions on the sideline.
So we're back. We're just moments away from our kickoff with 6:07 to play in period number 1. In this opening quarter, Orchard Lake St. Mary's just scored. Tell us a little bit more about what you saw there, Jeff.
Well, it was such a nice play that he just dumped it over the entire line, and there's 88 sitting in the back of the end zone taking it in.
And here comes the kick, and it's off. And this time that beautiful wind's going to take it back to the 4-yard line. And bringing it up on the kick return, it looks to be Nass. Nass is going to scramble along the sidelines, up over the 30, the 40, up to the 47-yard line. He's finally hemmed out of bounds right in front of the Orchard Lake St. Mary bench. And Orchard Lake St. Mary, in one play, almost tied up this ball game.
Man, what a great, reception. Madison grabbed that thing, number 3, and he just started up that sideline, and right down he went.
Orchard Lake St. Mary, they were ranked by many procrastinators as the #1 team in the state, but now they are ranked number 2 in Division III behind Zeeland West and ahead of Muskegon, who's always a state power. But Orchard Lake St. Mary's, depending on some shuffling in the state playoffs that we're going to tell you about a little bit later in this game, could find themselves in Division II. I'll explain that in just a minute. Sweep toss to the outside. It's going to be a cutback. As this time on the game, it looked to be, was it Matt Jordan? No, it was Al Gonzalez, or Gonzalez. Or who did you have on that one?
25?
You had 25, so that was Ruben Willers. I'm so glad you got those binoculars. I was going to pull them out, but I'm afraid of getting.
I'll just keep giving them to you.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid of getting the binoculars caught in the in my little mouthpiece. And since you're calling the numbers for that, now next week at Mott, I'll be Mr. Binoculars.
Hey, it's not a problem.
All right. And so with it, Brother Rice has it, second down and a long 4. They have it at the Orchard Lake St. Mary 49. This time it's going to be a handoff to Ruben Willers again, and Willers is going to have no gain, no push. Brandon White could not break a hole. That time it looked like Ralph Hawley. Dwayne Dog Chapman in on the stop, and it's going to make it third down and about 5. Looks like Orchard Lake St. Mary, I think that clubbing that they took last week to the Pilots of Warren D. LaSalle, I think that what they had, I think that George Port and the rest of their coaching staff really got on them, and I think these guys have kicked it up a notch. Of course, the Pilots, just a buzzsaw of a football team. Brother Rice, third down, we're going to call it long 4. This time on the rollout, running on the left side, running out of the pocket. The pass is hauled in. Matt Jordan got a 92-yarder last week from Steve Krajewski, the awesome sophomore, who rolls to his weak side across his body, throws it, and on that out pattern, he catches up with this man. What a beautiful pattern. That's easily Brother Rice's best and most well-conceived play of this football game.
Absolutely a great catch on a good play. Comes to the near side here and gets a good first down for Brother Rice.
4.5 to play, opening quarter. Brother Rice is on the march. They have their second possession of the game. Their first ended with an interception that was turned into 7 points by Orchard Lake. And on the sweep toss outside, handoff is going to go to the look. Is it Willers or Gonzalez? Not really sure who. It's actually
38.
Number 38. And that's going to be Matthew Bielke. He wasn't listed as going to playing a whole lot in this game as a running back, but perhaps the coaching staff was holding back on us on that one.
Well, they're doing such great work on, first down. You've already got just about 5 right down on the ground. Second
down, we're going to call it a long 5. Brother Rice has it now on the Orchard Lake 35, playing on the red turf at Maluski Fieldhouse at Orchard Lake.
Movement.
Yep, all over the place. Who do you think it's on? That's on Rice.
Looked like it was.
Yeah, it was. And the officials gave us a call on that one, and that's going to make it second down and about 12 instead of 7 as they march it off. They'll push them back to the 41-yard line with their clock stopped on the field and 3:40 to play. Well, I was hoping for hot chocolate and a lot of running tonight, and so far we've got
a lot of running.
Well, we got a lot of running, no hot chocolate. I brought the food, but nothing hot to drink. I do have a sponsor for next week over at Mott. We'll tell you about that in a minute.
Another quick
and
handoff.
Yep, another off tackle, and this time running around that, it's going to be Willers. Actually, it wasn't Willers. They've actually emptied out the bench. It looks like Matthew Bonasso, and Bonasso is going to pick up 6-7 yards. Finally bringing them down. The Orchard Lake linebackers look like Person and Ross over there on the stop.
Griffin Cepos, number 9.
And so they're coming from all over this field, and that's going to make it third down, and we're going to call it about a yard. Brother Rice playing off the far hash marks at the 31-yard line, moving from our right to our left. Rice has 2 first downs on this drive. They're going to play with out of the eye with 2 running backs, and this time it's play action, but this time it's the running part of the play action, and the indication is from the Orchard Lake interior is that they did not make it, being Brother Rice.
No, it looks short.
And you know they're going for it. Nobody's going to try to kick a 47-yard field goal in this win. Even though you might have saw what you saw.
But I think it was before this picked up to this extent. And you got to go 10 back plus the 10 back there. This thing's close to 50 yards in the air.
My thing is when you call any type of game you just want a good game. You want a game that goes back and forth to the end of the game, no matter who wins it. As Brother Rice is going to play with the run and shoot offense, they're going to play with the 4 wide receivers. Yeah, look at the defense. They have stacked up the quarterback and had him for lunch. The first player getting through was Kofi Bashir. He was wrapped up by a couple other players, including John Ross and also Dwayne Dog Chapman. And it's going to be a turnover downs. Yeah, I bet he gets that all the time. For Halloween, he might as well dress up as Dog, wear the fake medallion, and, have a girlfriend that wears big hair,
Griffin Cepos, number 9. the 5'11", 170-pound senior was in on that too. And he's been in on a lot of plays already.
And so with that, Orchard Lake St. Mary, they have the turnover downs, and this time the handoff's going to go right up the middle.
23.
Yeah, and that's going to be, they're emptying out their bench a little bit. Is it Troy Marks who will get the carry? He'll pick up about 5 yards on that one. As that time he ran behind Narduccio and Scott Kowalski. And second down and 5. We're down to a minute and a half. Clock continues to run very fast in a very quick played first quarter. Split out for Orchard Lake to the near side is going to be Griffin Sheeposh, and this time it's going to be a handoff straight up the gut. It's going to go to Justin Myrick, and Myrick is going to get maybe a yard or two, but not a lot of running room there, Jeff.
No, it really was tight, and that line decided to just close down the front. They're going right at the middle, and then that line decided to close right down and give them a hard spot to try and make it through.
We're going to make it third down, and we're going to call it a long 4, Orchard Lake St. Mary. They're in their third, or make that their, was it second or third possession already of this football game? They had the short possession that they had following that point-blank turnover earlier on in this quarter, and this time it's going to be a nice power run, all kinds of room. And that time going off left tackle, powering his way for a huge first down.
Yeah, number 20, Brandon Adams, just the big guy, 5'11", 185 senior, decides, I'm taking the ball.
And he put his shoulder pads down, and he was taking victims.
He did a great job.
Kept them pads, and no one could get underneath them. And we'll move that chains as Orchard Lake St. Mary will have it on the Brother Rice side of the field for the first time in this game on their own doing, not with a turnover.
Right.
And this time another running play right up the middle. You can see George Port and his squad moving off the far hash mark. They're going to keep the ball on the ground. They're probably not even going to work another play in this quarter as we're about ready to get down with our opening 12 minutes and a 7-0 lead.
Rushing up there.
They might get it in. If they snap it like, you know, bada boom, bada bing, they might get there. He did. They did make it by a second.
Look at this.
And this time, dragging tacklers Justin Myrick. Myrick that time is going to run for about 13 yards. It's another first down, and it's the end of our first quarter of play.
0-0-0 on the clock. Let's just see if this St. Mary's team can come back and have another score.
And we're going to find out that as you are watching High School Sports on Media Network.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
For everybody's running to set up the run.
Yeah.
They might pass a little bit. I mean, I love that pass in the end zone. That was the thing. Both passes that were complete today were beautiful.
Nice. Good air time. I love that dump over the line. That's, you do that. Just over the line, the guy's sitting there in the back of the end zone.
And that's one thing I don't see in high school football where they draw guys in to run the screen. You know, they run them in and bring them in, and then they dink it over. We don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
Not in high school.
Nope, not much at all. No, and it's a good play, and it usually works because everybody's thinking run, and then he dumps it over the entire line. There's one tight end who gets to the back of the end zone sitting there waiting.
We are back as we're just moments away from the start of the second quarter. What a beautiful sky as our sun is setting, and
just gorgeous.
Absolutely, it's a postcard view at Milewski Field at Orchard Lake St. Mary on the beautiful red turf. Orchard Lake St. Mary, they're looking to get back on the winning side of the column. Brother Rice is trying to do the same. As that time it's going to be a handoff straight up the gut. There was nothing. Rice controlled the line of scrimmage that time.
Brandon Adams again.
Adams with the carry. He'll pick up about 3 yards before he's brought down by the interior of Brother Rice. They're going back and forth between a 6-2 and a 4-4 this evening. Orchard Lake St. Mary, they have a touchdown following a Brother Rice turnover. That is our only score this afternoon. They're running out of the powerhouse backfield, and this time it's going to go on a cutback. This time Brandon Adams again, and Adams is going to get about 3 yards, maybe 4 before he's brought down.
I think that was number 3, Justin Merrick, that had that carry, but he did a good job to even make those cuts. Yeah, big number 3. He's
you're right. In my mind, you are absolutely
no
right. I had Brandon Adams as number 3.
Well,
had him in my mind.
He'd been doing it.
Yeah. Well, it's Myrick and Adams in the backfield. I've been associating with Brandon Adams with number 3 the last couple plays, and so
he goes again.
Yep, and you have it Myrick, and Myrick really runs the same play, but with a slightly different result. It looks like he has a first down. He needed to get to the 16-yard line, and he's going to power his way down to about the 11.
Well, they saw something on that right side of the line that just had a little break, so they just called 2 quick plays the same spot.
Yep,
bang,
I think
bang.
it was the same thing, and so.
Yep.
And right now, Justin Myrick and Brandon Adams are the snap, crackle, pop of this Orchard Lake St. Mary offense. This time it's going to be a handoff to the third man through, and this time it's going to go behind the left guard. As it's Jack
Adams.
McCarthy, Brandon Adams again, as you called it.
Yep, it's their show tonight. Well, when you get this kind of win, just like you said, it's too hard to get up in the air all the time. You got to use your guys on the ground.
You got to use the wind to your advantage and have it at your back if you can. I mean, it's howling. We did time lapse. You go, what's that? But that's a cool video you see with the sky moving. We have the flag, and the flags are flying straight at 4:30 this afternoon, and it has not stopped. Once again, it's Myrick on the call. Myrick on the cutback doesn't find anything behind his big center, Ben Joswiak, and it's going to literally be about a yard pickup. Third down and about a long yard. Once again, Orchard Lake St. Mary does not need to hit the end zone, Jeff. They just need to get to about the 2-yard line.
Unbelievable that they still have that same little mark and they can get that first down before hitting the end zone.
We played nearly 2.5 minutes of quarter number 2 in a very quick football game. Orchard Lake St. Mary, this time they get another cutback, and on the carry, it looked to be, was it
number
John
3.
Pierce? Was it number 3? That time he had Justin Myrick.
Yep.
And Myrick that time is got to be close to a first down, and is. And it's first down and goal, and another first down for Orchard Lake St. Mary. That's like their 6th of the ball game. I'm keeping track in my head.
Yep.
And these guys are just powering the football. And Brother Rice has a lot of underclassmen playing on their roster, younger than what I can remember in the last few years. They have a handful of seniors on their squad.
Looks like that 6 again he was telling us about.
Yep, 6-man front by Brother Rice. It's going to be a toss, and once again it'll be to Myrick. And Myrick, that time, is going to be stacked up, and it looks like he had his legs taken out. He'll fall to the turf. 2nd down and goal.
Oh, that is close. I expected to see from this distance it looked like he was in. Let's see. If you rolled the football one time.
Just one little spin.
One roll.
Yeah,
that's a touchdown.
Yeah, just using the binoculars. I am not tonight. I'm so afraid I'm going to hit him on my little headset that I just said, I don't think so. So with that, 2nd down, and this time the play will dive into the end zone. It looks to be Myrick again.
Nope, it was Adams that time, number 20. Brandon Adams does the dive, makes the touchdown.
And with that, it's now a 13-0 Orchard Lake game score. They're trying to roll it up at home. And sometimes the worst thing that you can do is play a team after they've had a really bad loss. The ball is spotted.
John Cassetti trying to get it up in the air. Seski.
Yep, and the kick is up.
Wow.
And it is good.
Right behind that beautiful sky, watching that go up and through the uprights. What do you think? Rice going to come back?
Well, I think Rice is going to get some punches in this game, as far as I think that they're going to show some grit. But they're going to have to start doing it pretty quick before this game gets away from them. And they have to run the football. I mean, they're going to have to pass the ball. They're not going to be able to. So I don't know.
They've shown a lot of ability. They have gone back and forth on this.
Yeah, they have moved the chains.
Yep.
They have moved the chains in this particular football game. But Brother Rice, they got to get something going here pretty quick. They got to start their motorcycle before halftime.
Yep.
And so with 8:21 to go in this first half, we're going to be right back in just a few moments. You are watching high school football on Media Network of Waterford.
Millions of loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and adopt already.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I bought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Channel 7. Here's the kickoff. Orchard Lake St. Mary kicking it up into the wind. It'll actually travel all the way to the 2-yard line. Brother Rice will try to go along the sidelines, still on his feet. The kick returner who brings it up over the 30-yard line. It looked that time it was going to be, I'm not sure, it was at number 31.
Looks like he's got him right about the 25, 24-yard line.
It looked like
where
it was.
He stepped out a little
I can't believe it was Joey Rohr that carried it up. I think it was Liam Lynch. And so they will have great field position at the 23-yard line, as you called it. And that football, I didn't think it was going anywhere. And that ball got up in the wind and just kept going and kept going.
It definitely did. This wind, it'll carry it. And cold, right to the corner, too, boy.
Brother Rice, they are going to play a 3 wide receiver set. Running backs standing on either side of their quarterback, Steve Krajewski. Krajewski is going to roll out. He's looking underneath and has the ball caught into the flat with an immediate tackle put on the intended target, Ryan Johnson, who hauls that one in. Nice play for him. And, you know, that play there took a little bit of time to develop, but once it did, it worked out very, very well.
Oh, he did a great job hauling that one in and then bringing it down. Number 9.
So Brother Rice are going to work out of our near hash marks. They're going to have 2 players split out, actually 3. And this time the quarterback on the keeper is going to get decent yardage and picking up the first down, Krajewski. Krajewski actually took like a sprint draw that time. He had it. He took a step like he was going to throw the ball and then just ran. And Orchard Lake St. Mary pretty much they went for the fake, and that's going to create the first down for the visitors.
You know, so often when a quarterback decides he's going to take control of the game to show the guys, hey, I'm willing to throw my body into it. You guys do the same.
And so whether it's first down and 10 at their own 35-yard line, Brother Rice looking to have a sustained drive. They just picked up a first down. They've had 4 in this football game. Rice, Krajewski looking out of the flat, and it's caught, and an immediate hit is put onto the intended target. Was
number
looked to
2.
be number 2, Ryan Scott, who hauled that one in, and that time it looked like John Ross just simply pushed him down to the turf, and I think it looked a little bit more violent than what it was.
It was bang, bang, though.
It was. He caught it and was hit immediately.
It's like he was in his pocket ready.
He was, and he told him how many quarters he had, and then so it was 2nd down and 6. Brother Rice working out of the far hash mark from our left to our right. They trail by 14.
Now Rice sustaining a drive here. Let's see if they can take it.
They need to chew up some clock and score for their behalf. Orchard Lake St. Mary's trying to force it, and this time picking his way to the outside. Brother Rice, I'm not sure you got the carry on that one. You got the binoculars.
29.
And number 29 gets the carry for them. And that's going to be Matthew Bonasso.
Boy, he does a good job there.
And he had a nice cutback.
Didn't get much, but when you're pitching it back, you're going backwards to start. He pitches it back 6 yards before he gets, back to even scrimmage.
And Orchard Lake St. Mary was all over him. We have 7 ticks under 6 minutes to play in this opening quarter. One of the players split out to the near side is Matthew Jordan. And this time out of the shotgun is Rice. Orchard Lake St. Mary quickly throwing out of the – they're trying to defend. Throwing out of the flat was Brother Rice. And out of it, that time Ryan Scott catches another pass pattern. Kind of got tongue twisted on that particular call.
Josh Ross again, number 5. He's just sitting there waiting for him.
And that's what happens when you have a player like Ross, one of the best linebackers in the state of Michigan. And on this 4th down and 6, Rice is showing that they are going to punt the football. Brother Rice, deep back for them.
Oh, no.
Oh, the ball's going to be hiked over his head.
Can he get it away?
Yeah, he's just going to run around with it. And Orchard, he
boy.
pitched it ahead.
Oh, no.
And Orchard Lake St. Mary.
It got loose.
Yeah, and they're going to recover the football, and they're going to actually blow it dead back on the 6-yard line. Orchard Lake St. Mary, they will have it. And that is a point-blank turnover, and that ball was hiked right over the punter's head. He had no chance to catch that one. He ran around, but really everybody, they were all over him. By the time he even could pick up the football, the ball squirted out of his hands.
Student body left. Everybody was there.
No chance. And now Orchard Lake St. Mary, they're up by 14. They're looking to make it a 3-score game.
5 minutes. Just in this first half, my goodness, first quarter.
Orchard Lake St. Mary, they're going to work off the near hash marks as this time the quarterback Tabone. Tabone is looking for a man.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's actually it's a fake. He's going to go right into the line. He had me, and that time it was hilarious. Tabone, he looked like he was going to pass the ball. It was handed off. He actually ran over to the far sideline, come back before his players even got back into the huddle.
Doherty on defense, 34, just doing a great job to catch him as quick as he could.
And now Orchard Lake St. Mary, they have the ball 2nd down and 8. It's goal to goal for them. Tabone up over center, and this time there is a timeout, and it's called by Brother Rice. And as they take timeout, can Brother Rice stay in this football game by preventing a 3rd Orchard Lake St. Mary touchdown? We'll find out in just a moment. You do the next one.
That's a good one. Man, I can't believe I'm cold.
Oh, I got one more sweater. I got one more sweater. Then after that, I'm going to be.
Heck, in a minute, I'll take this blanket. We'll become papoose and rub that thing all around me. My goodness. Holy crowley. It's the wind, man.
Yeah, tonight's a good night to be a director. That's not a hard job tonight. Josh has the hardest job. He's carrying a can. We're at least sitting down. He's standing up. He's taking one for the team. I don't know where he went. Oh, is he? Oh, I see it.
He just gets
I think
right in the mix.
Brad Shaw got here. Brad Shaw. There's Brad. Way down there. Oh, I didn't even know he got here. He snuck in.
Switching it up.
Well, when Josh had the camera over his left shoulder, I couldn't see the big white camera, but now I see what he's doing.
Yep.
So following that timeout, Orchard Lake St. Mary looks to befuddle the Brother Rice defense. Brother Rice trying to defend a 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line. Tabone with a sweep toss right side. It's going to be out there to Myrick. Myrick looks to turn the corner, powers his way back, and this time Brother Rice will close the hole. They do a really nice job.
Big number 30.
Was in on the stop, and it's Adam Berg. And so
Berg, man, he was just ready. He was going to eat him up.
And once again, 3rd down and goal for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Our clock continues to roll as the ball's at the far hash mark. They're working from our right to our left.
Merrick's looked like that whole right side was wide open, and he could turn on the
And he
burners.
cut back, and it was a brick wall.
Absolutely.
Now Orchard Lake St. Mary, let's take a look at the lineup. They have 3 wide receivers, 1 split out to the near, 2 over to the far along the sidelines. There is a tailback to the right side. Tabone is going outside. He's on the cutback. Ball up over the middle, thrown in traffic, and the ball tips off the fingers of the intended target that time.
Great
The ball
job.
goes incomplete.
Good job on the D. That thing was bouncing around back there, able to keep him from hauling it in.
And so Brother Rice has held. It's 4th down and 7 for Orchard Lake St. Mary. It looks like they are going to try a field goal. And I think that even though we have the win, I think that from that range.
Up to 14, so it's a 24.
As Jeff said, a 24-yard field goal attempt. The ball is spotted. It is up. And it is good. And our game score is 17-0. More importantly for Orchard Lake St. Mary, it's a 3-score game.
And it's Rice that has to show up now. It's, 3 minutes, 27 seconds till we get to halftime. All the coaching staff's pumped. They want to get these kids on the board. They're going to do anything they can in this last little bit so they can show something just before half.
And, that's what I find really interesting. Orchard Lake St. Mary, to me, the big question, a storyline for them in this game was how are they going to bounce back? I really said, there's no way they're going to lose two straight. But for Brother Rice, when you're playing a tough Catholic League team, when you think of the big triangle of 3 teams in Metro Detroit and actually throughout the entire state in Catholic football, you think Orchard Lake St. Mary, Brother Rice, Catholic Central, and you can throw in Warren de La Salle.
Yep.
In those 4 schools. And so you always want to think, well, it's a rivalry, anything can happen. But, Orchard Lake St. Mary, they're clicking on all cylinders. They're coming off they're a state champion from last year, and they're looking to do the same. They're looking to repeat. Brother Rice, I'm not used to seeing them, being below 500 halfway through the season, and that's a temporary thing. That's not going to last forever. Talking about lasting forever, that ball going up into the air, I think I might have touched a satellite and came down.
And through the end zone. Big kick. Put a lot of foot into it.
And, and that was a lot different than last week. Both Warren de La Salle and Orchard Lake St. Mary, Jeff, were playing the squib game. They literally were kicking line drives into each other the entire game. Nobody put the ball in the air.
Remember, what were we broadcasting seeing that? Just those squibbers.
Oh, that was Wall Lake Northern.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Nobody put anything.
Well,
all game, we wanted to see somebody kick the ball, please.
It wasn't my favorite game to do as far as the kicking was concerned. But one of the things that you see happening, as we'll tell you about that in just 1 second, as Brother Rice comes out to the field. They had the ball 1st and 10 following that touchback at their own 20-yard line. They have a 4-man front for Orchard Lake St. Mary. The quarterback, Steve Krajewski's out of the shotgun, and the handoff goes right up the middle, and Orchard Lake St. Mary was waiting.
Yeah, that's a loss on the play of at least 3. They were just sniffing that out, ready to go.
Orchard Lake St. Mary, so far this year, they beat Harper Woods Chandler Park. They beat Mishawaka, Penn from Indiana, Detroit Jesuit, and in those 3 games. And so right now, once again, they're 4-1 in this contest, losing last week to Warren de La Salle. And so, Brother Rice, they have split out over to the near side. It's going to be Matthew Jordan. They have a player over to the far. Looks to be Ryan Scott. Might have saw movement, no flag. This time running right behind the big offensive lineman.
Oh, the ball came out.
Yeah, it does. And it might be a 3rd turnover of the game, and
it is. It's St. Mary's.
And you know what? We've all heard of shooting yourself in the foot.
Oh, wait a minute. Stop it, boys.
As Jeff, I guess you see a little extracurricular activities. You're not getting extra credit on this one, but you talk about shooting yourself in the foot. Well, that happens in football. It's a term that's used, but it's like they're shooting themselves with a double-barrel shotgun. I mean, 3-point blank turnovers, all of them happening inside the 13-yard line tonight.
Making it really rough on these guys. They got to pump it back up. Fortunately, they're coming up on the halftime, and maybe they can get
2:38 to go in this half. He got Tabone. Tabone rolling out, going for the flat. The ball's going to be underthrown. He had a diving player going for it. The ball will fall incomplete. It looked like it might have been Griffin Sheeposh on was the intended target.
Griffin tried. He stretched out. The 5'11", 170 senior couldn't bring that one in.
Yeah, he sold out. And I'll tell you what, he probably picked up a shoe full of rat pellets. I mean, those little rubber things from your tire. When I was walking on the field, they had a shoe full of them, and they look like little rat things. They're not. They're little, but it helps keep the
ground up tires.
And they actually are really good for the players in terms of helping them keep them from injuries.
So you get it in your eye.
There you go. And so on that 2nd down, it's going to be another run right up the middle. As that time, not blowing a hole open was number
Merrick,
78.
Wasn't it?
I'm not sure who the ball carrier was, but it looked like Paul Carena was the tackle, was trying to get the push on that one. He's not one of our starters on the roster, 3rd down and 10. Who was the running back that time, Jeff?
I think that was, well, it looked like Merrick, but I think it's actually number 8, Johnson.
So Ryan Johnson on the carry. And this time Split out over to the far side is going to be KJ Hamler, who we have not called his name very much tonight. He's going to be joined by 3 other wide receivers. Has DeBone looking for him. DeBone's rolling outside. DeBone running out of real estate. Throws it out at the goal line. The pass is
Oh, boy, it looked
incomplete.
like he had it for a second there for the interception.
He had it, but we got no indication from the refs.
Yeah,
and when it took
34
him,
for Rice. 34 for Rice.
it's
Looked
Timothy
like
Doherty.
Doherty's been in on a lot of plays. He just about hauled that in for the intercept.
And so with that, it's going to make it 4th down and 8. Orchard Lake St. Mary, they have a 17-0 lead.
And looking to kick again,
They sure
even in this wind.
And so John Kusinski,
Yep.
he's the kicker.
From 21, add 2, 31-yarder.
And he's only standing. He's got a 1-step kick.
Look at that.
And he splits the upright. 20-0,
Wow.
Orchard Lake St. Mary. It's still a 3-score game. They did add 3 more points to the total. And so with 1:40 to go in quarter number 2, what do you think's going to happen?
It's got to be Rice's, these guys, I'm seeing them huddle up on the side. Coaches are pumping up their guys, trying to get them to get something on this board. So I know when you come back, you're going to see a different squad. It's just, you can see it in their energy level. They're going to do all they can to take.
25,000 mornings, give or take, is all we humans get. We spend them on treadmills, we spend them in traffic, and if we get lucky, really lucky, it dawns on us to go spend them in a world where a simple sunrise can still be magic. 25,000 mornings. Make sure some of them are pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
And the kick is off as Orchard Lake St. Mary has 2 touchdowns,
back
2
to
field
that
goals.
Corner.
And with that wind, the wind is blowing from us to the press box, but yet I tell you what, you're looking at the flags blowing. It's going from our way to their way, from our back to our chest, so to speak. But that, I tell you what, legs that kicker has. I mean, Kusinski is something else.
17 who took that, boy, take the knee or something. It was undefined by me if he was going to stay in the end zone, come out, not.
Well, you can't. The one thing is, nobody in football in history has ever scored on a touchback. So if you do take it out, if you do take it out of the end zone, at least you got a chance, as long as the players aren't in on you. And so movement by Orchard Lake St. Mary, but they don't break the plane.
Oh, wow.
And that time catching the
Number
it's a catch
1.
and immediately dropped is the Warriors' Justice. Yeah, it's Saunders. And Saunders that time, he took the hit as soon as he caught the football. It's going to make it 2nd down, no gain. Brother Rice, the ball will continue to, well, actually, they stopped the clock temporarily on the field. I don't know why. Did they call that incomplete?
It's incomplete.
It was incomplete.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep. Kylie KJ Clamor there. Wow, what a great job on D.
And we have not called his name as much as we did last week against Warren De La Salle as Rice out of the shotgun, and this time the handoff is going to go between the guard and the tackle on the right side.
That's not inspired.
No. Borum and Leisveld could not get the push that time, and with 1:21 to go, and
Clock's rolling. They got to do something if they're going to pump it up.
We're just before halftime. 3rd down and 10. 2 plays have been run by Rice. They have yet to move the football more than an inch. Orchard Lake St. Mary, Jeff, they're showing a 4-man front. It looks like they're going to be playing how many linebackers? It looks like they have 2 linebackers, 3 in the defensive backfield. They won't need those defensive backfield people, as this time the handoff is going to go straight up the middle.
And a deep prevent, having somebody way back there just in case something tries to go deep on them. St. Mary's is prepared for it.
Reuben Williams.
And they're going to kick.
On that last one, and that last rush attempt with 52 seconds to go in this first half. It's a 20-0 game score. Orchard Lake St. Mary, they have the big lead. They're at home. Unfamiliar territory. I'm not used to seeing Rice like this. I remember just 2 years ago when I last caught Rice in a football game. They had Alex Malzone and that state championship team, and Al Fracasas last year. And I think Rice, they're going to turn things around. It's going to take a little bit of time. But I got to believe that they're going to. There's a lot of resources at that school, and the one thing is about the Catholic League, you better come to play every week, because if you don't, somebody is going to put your tattoo on their arm. I mean, they are not going to mess with you. The punt for Rice is off. Oh, it's a poor effort. It's going to somehow flutter at the 45. It will take a Orchard Lake hop. Rice will have to kind of come back and catch it on their 49-yard line. It's 51 yards is what Orchard Lake St. Mary needs to go on the final 43.7.
Now, that wind didn't do him any good. If anything, when that ball hit, it came back a good 6-8 yards. That's not what the hop they wanted. 43.7 seconds until we can get to halftime, and I think the Rice gang and this side of the crowd, we're on the Rice side. I know the parents and families doing all they can to pump their kids back up.
Orchard Lake out of the shotgun. You have DeBone with it, rolling out on the keeper, on the fly. He's going to throw the ball. It's complete, but the receiver's in bounds, skidding along the sidelines to the 35, to the 33-yard line. In on the catch, it's going to be K.J. Hamler.
KJ's finally getting into this game, showing his presence, number one.
Boy, DeBone, the senior quarterback, showed his moxie and senior leadership on that last play. It looked like he kind of pump fake. He rolled out. It looked like he was going to tuck the ball in and run it. He drew in a linebacker off him. That created the opening space, and that's a completed pass, well designed. Orchard Lake St. Mary must be really happy with the result of that one. Nice to see it. Orchard Lake St. Mary, the Eagles, they have 4 wideouts. DeBone, he's going to look downfield. He's got to look, thinking he's got the pass caught up over the far hash mark. That's going to be a nice fluttering pass. It's going to hit the arms once again of K.J. Hamler. And once again, Orchard Lake St. Mary has 2 first downs on this drive with 28.1 seconds to go.
He hit the tall man that time, 6'4", Clay Amiston, the junior. 6'4". There's a big target for you. Number 89, he was his target.
I had Hamler, so I guess we're going to disagree on that. I'm sticking with my call. I guess we'll.
I got the knocks on him, man. I had him.
All right, well, okay.
No, he's doing a great job. The whole team, just picking it away, taking a timeout here, still wanting more before halftime.
Yeah, they do, and they're looking for the juggler. And, we do have a player that went down just moments ago for Brother Rice. It looked like Samuel Heitenen.
67. They're working on his leg immediately, the right leg.
Yeah, actually, it's Michael Berkerhauer. He's the one that went down. And Berkerhauer looks like he got a little hitch in his giddy up.
Yeah, they helped him off, get him on the bench.
The Rice bus showed up right about 6 o'clock tonight, and they came right out and warmed up all the way to the kickoff. And this time they got DeBone rolling out. It's got it at the sideline, and once again the pass is going to be complete. And it's going to make it second down at about 6.
Big number 88.
And this time definitely Nathan Fagnani makes the catch.
Yep. Doing a good job hauling that one in.
And
you got the big guys, 89 coming near side, 88 going the far.
And what they have is that 2 tight end set. They got the big fellas going with 23.3 seconds to go before first half is over. DeBone looking down, rolling out right. This time he's going to have it on the keeper. He's going to have the cutback. Has a little bit of yards. He's going to be close to a first down for Orchard Lake.
Stopping the clock, 16.1.
And that's important right now. Orchard Lake St. Mary's trying to move the football without exhausting the clock. Brother Rice is they're holding themselves on the ropes.
First down.
And now the Eagles will have it 1st and 10 at we're going to call it, I don't know, maybe the 12-yard line.
Once again. About that, yep.
Yeah, it looks like Orchard Lake St. Mary. They have it off the far hash. They have split out over to the far side. Hamler. They once again are going to show, it looks like 2 tight end front. And 2 wide receivers to the near side, and the quarterback just gets rid of it, and that time sticking his mitts up into the air. This big number looks like he's at 48. Once again, it's Mike Lawrencell. We mentioned his name quite a bit. He
Yeah.
came up from JV. He got the big mitts up there, and that time no one was going to catch the ball for Orchard Lake St. Mary anyway, as no one was in the house.
No, he was going to knock it down. 48-41, both of them standing right there in that middle section, got their hands up, doing their job on D. Good job for them.
You go for the end zone here.
11.6, second down.
You could have 3 more plays, depending. If you roll out, it's no more than 2.
Right.
If you get rid of it quick, you got 3. But
Boy, look at the far side.
yeah, and there's 3 guys over there. It's the trips, and this time the quarterback to Bone. To Bone's going for the end zone. The ball's going to skid off one player. It's going to go incomplete.
Off the fingers of 54 from Rice.
Yep, and that ball's going to fall incomplete, and you have a decision to make. One more play or the field goal unit, and I'm betting field goal.
Well, here comes number 15.
Yep, they will go for it, and it's going to be Kucinski, and Kucinski will attempt what looks to be a 30-yard field goal, but first off, it'll be the final Brother Rice timeout. And, you know, I cannot remember, Jeff, the last time I saw a kicker make 3 field goals in the first half of a football game at the high school level, let alone a game.
And with this wind, you would have thought tonight the last thing you're going to see is much of a kicking game. And when we got out here early, I was seeing the Rice kicker and both of these guys being able to jump it through the uprights pretty darn well.
The halftime festivities you might have caught. I'm not sure if we ran it or not. It's senior night.
Yeah.
And one of the crazy things about this Catholic League schedule and the quirk in the schedule, Orchard Lake St. Mary only had 2 home games this year.
Oh.
And remember, a couple of them they're going to be at Ford Field.
Yeah.
They're going to be neutral site games. Also, Orchard Lake St. Mary, I think one of their home games was played actually at Wayne State University in the prep kickoff that happened in August. And so now the field goal attempt.
Just inside the 20. Making it close to 30 yards.
And the kick is
plenty
up.
of leg.
And it is
wow.
good. And our game score with 1.9 seconds to go. It's 23-0. Orchard Lake St. Mary with the huge lead at home.
Can Rice do anything to get some momentum going on? I think it's just take the knee, get ready, get that pump up for the second half. You don't want to give St. Mary's the ball again with this a little bit of time. You know, throwing the bomb, the intercept, the walk it in. Let's get into halftime.
Yeah, I think if they get any chance to return the ball, like you say, I would run it out unless somebody's on you, but I would at least try something. I mean, that's the only play you got.
Yep.
I mean, you're not going to run an offensive play. But I don't think that the Orchard Lake is going to kick it into the end zone. I think that they're going to squib it and let the clock go off, and by the time a guy falls on it, they're going to go into the tunnel.
Yep.
We're going to go into the truck. I know I am. My gosh.
Yeah, got to warm up.
Yes. My eyebrows told me that they've seen icicles form on them. It is,
yeah.
You know, just a couple days ago I was in shorts. And so the kick is off, and it will be a squibber indeed. And this time it will be fielded by one of the up men, Brother Rice.
The end of the clock.
Yep, and they're just going to kind of run it along the sidelines. Not a lot of running room for Matthew
23-0.
Bonasso, and that's it. So after 24 minutes of play, it's a 23-0 game score. Well, Chalk Talk's coming up. And tell you what did Brother Rice say to their team? Well, we're going to tell you when we come back for second half action. Right now, halftime festivities. We'll be right back.
That was good.
There you go.
That was good.
Hello, I'm Kristen Brendy, principal at Oakley Park Elementary in Walled Lake Schools. I'm very happy to give you an overview of the Western Oakland County Parenting Education Fair. We're extremely excited to be offering the premier Parenting Education Fair experience on Saturday, November 21st at Oakland Community College, Orchard Ridge campus, located on Orchard Lake Road in Farmington Hills. Kirk Martin, author of Celebrate Calm, will be here for 2 keynote presentations and for a day of learning and sharing all about parenting. We're excited to be partnering with the Walled Lake Schools PTSA Council and collaborating with Farmington, Huron Valley, and West Bloomfield school districts, along with their PTAs, as well as Oakland Community College, Oakland Schools, and Oakland County Youth Assistance. Together, we will be providing this important opportunity for parents in our region. Our children are grappling with a different world than the one we grew up in, and we need to help them in new ways.
Hi, I'm Dr. David Stanton, Assistant Principal at Sarah Banks Middle School in the Walled Lake Schools. The purpose of the Western Oakland County Parenting Education Fair is to educate, inform, and provide resources for parents and caregivers. Collaborating with our parents helps student achievement. I'm very excited that we have Kirk Martin and his son Casey to bring the Celebrate Calm philosophy and years of personal experience and expertise to us as the 2015 keynote presenters. Please take a look at Kirk Martin's videos at celebratecalm.com. Parenting is the most important job we do. You'll not want to miss this event and all the resources that are available to help you parent in today's challenging world. I hope to see you in November at this amazing event.
Hi, I'm Robin Coker, Principal at Doherty Elementary in West Bloomfield. The West Bloomfield School District is proud to partner in the Western Oakland County Parenting Education Fair for the second year. This year, once again, the fair will offer 2 tracks and 3 rounds of breakout sessions featuring more than a dozen different presenters. There will be a track of sessions geared toward preschool through 5th grade parents and another track of sessions specifically for parents with students in grades 6 through 12. A complete conference at a glance is available on the Western Oakland County Parenting Education Fair website. This site is hosted on the Walled Lake Schools website, but you can find links for the site on the Farmington, Huron Valley, and West Bloomfield sites as well. Public education is a continual collaboration with parents, students, staff, and the community. That's exactly what this powerful parenting fair is about. If you want to share your experiences with other parents and learn about new resources to help you in your journey as a parent, please join us at the Western Oakland County Parenting Education Fair on Saturday, November 21st.
Hi, I'm Pam Green, Principal at Hillside Elementary School in Farmington Public Schools. We are so happy to be part of this wonderful opportunity for parents. At Hillside, we believe in Stephen Covey's habit of sharpening our saw. This means taking time to learn and grow, and this is what the Parenting Fair is all about. I encourage all parents to consider attending, to take time to learn something new and validate what they already know about parenting. The agenda is sure to offer something for everyone, so put Saturday, November 21st on your calendar. We know that learning can be fun, and this event promises to be fun for you as well.
Hi, I'm Dan Holland, Assistant Principal at Clifford Smart Middle School. We are pleased to offer a wonderful child care opportunity for a nominal fee, $3 for one child or $5 for 2 or more children. All participants are invited to purchase a complete box lunch prepared by the Oakland Community College Food Service Program for $8.50. The global world we live in today is challenging. Coupled with high expectations, uncertainties, and a constantly changing environment, we need to support our parents and students with improved communication, dialogue, and assistance with a myriad of issues. That is exactly what the Parenting Fair is about, supporting each other to be the best parents we can be.
Hi, I'm Patrick Borg, Principal of Highland Elementary in the Huron Valley School District. I'm happy to be encouraging parents to attend this amazing event. We realize that recognition for quality public education happens when students, parents, staff, and community work together to create learning environments where everyone thrives. We know when parents are informed and involved in their child's education, students perform better in school. All students want to be successful. Please visit the Walled Lake Schools website and click on the Western Oakland County Parenting Fair link to learn more about the fair and pre-register for this year's event. Tickets are $15 online, $20 at the door. Now the Chancellor of OCC would like to personally invite you to this year's fair.
Hello, I'm Tim Meyer, Chancellor of Oakland Community College. We're proud to host the 23rd Annual West Oakland Parenting Education Fair at our Orchard Ridge campus. After all, community is our middle name. We are committed to working together to increase student success at the K-12 level and for those students transitioning to higher education. The fair is a wonderful opportunity to provide even greater resources for parents in our community, and we really look forward to seeing you on November 21st.
Together, parents, educators, and students will benefit from the Western Oakland County Parenting Education Fair. Please register online to attend on Saturday, November 21st at OCC. I look forward to seeing you there.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
playing high school football.
It's a fun game, and it's safer than ever.
It's safe, and it builds character.
There's no doubt that participation in extracurricular activities help teach lessons you can't always learn in the classroom. Hard work, teamwork, ethics, integrity, respect. And we think football does that very well.
It's safe because the rules.
High school rules started taking the head out of the game 40 years ago and are constantly changing to keep safety at the forefront.
The coaching.
School coaches are, above all else, teachers. We bring to the game an educational perspective.
And the equipment are better than ever before.
Game equipment has evolved over the years to enhance player safety. And in high school football, we work hard to ensure that it's properly fitted.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
The statistics don't lie. Over the years, the most serious injuries are greatly down. And we do a better job than ever before being aware about injuries during games and about young persons returning to play when an injury is suspected.
It's safe and it builds strong schools and communities.
There's nothing like a football Friday night, where everything that's good about schools and sports is on display.
Lifetime memories and friendships.
Great relationships are built through sports, not just on the field, but on the bus rides and all other team activities.
And tomorrow's community leaders.
So many leaders played high school sports and gained the skills that have made them outstanding adults.
And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
As we come back for the start of our second half, it's a 23-0 game score. Orchard Lake St. Mary, they have atoned so far for their 31-8 shellacking last week at the hands of One LaSalle. In that game, Jeff, it really wasn't even that close. And it was really, I was just shocked. I mean, I've seen Orchard Lake St. Mary have some great ball games in this hollow home that they have, but last week was really something else. Taking a look, you have to give Keith Dunlap from the Oakland Press some props for some of the things he came up. But in a game between 2-3 and two teams that have no realistic chance for league title hopes, Troy Athens and Clarkston, the game is really important. And you go, what do you mean they're 3-2? Well, the problem is that these two teams, one of them has to lose. And what could happen is that there are a couple of teams, including Wall Lake Western, we did their game about a month ago, they could be forced to go from Division II to Division I, and that could happen to a couple teams. Even Orchard Lake St. Mary, some of these teams could be on the bubble around the state, depending on who makes it, and so some teams get reseeded from a 4 to a 5 or a 5 to a 4 or whatever the levels might be, and that's something else. Another thing this year is we'll give you a few more quick hits in just a few moments as Orchard Lake kicks off from our right to our left, and this time it's going to be taken at the goal line and all kinds of running room along the far sideline, and Brother Rice will have excellent field position at about their own 24-yard line. Another thing I found very interesting, after 5 games of this high school season, a team that I used to do games for, Pontiac Northern, Pontiac Central, they were part of our Pontiac network. Well, now they're Pontiac High. Well, the Phoenix, the Purple Phoenix, in 5 games, they've yet to score a point this high school season.
Not even a point?
Not even a point. Not a safety, nothing. And
wow.
And so there you have it with them. And it's a tough thing. Those kids down there, and Pontiac schools have been so diluted. They've lost so many kids to other districts
Right.
for just so many reasons that we couldn't even get into. And so off the play action, a little bit of running room right up the middle on a line buck. It's going to be a nice gainer of 7, maybe 8.
Busts that, number 29 just pops the line and gets in and takes it for a very nice gain.
And that's going to be Matthew Bonasso.
Bonasso's he's been a busy horse for them tonight.
He
Hopefully
has.
he can really get up on it.
And, you know, and that's just the thing. I mean, there's so many underclassmen for this Warrior squad. And so they're going to play with a 2 wide receiver, 2 tight end set. And this time the handoff is going to go straight up the middle once again behind, it looks like Brandon White. Not a whole lot of running room for the ball carrier.
Now it looks like they might have even lost a foot or so.
Yeah, I think so. 3rd down and 3. Here's one for you. Cranbrook Kingswood. They are 6-0. Very rarely.
Wow.
It's been 11 years since Bloomfield Hills Cranbrook has started off the season, but they have an opportunity to get there. Actually, they're 5-0. They're going to have a chance to be 6-0. They're playing Riverview Gabriel Richard in a Catholic League action tonight. And this time with the flag on the field, the handoff is going to go to the running back, Matthew Bonasso, once again. But it is, I don't know, who's the flag going to be on? Let's get the call. The preliminary indication is against Orchard Lake St. Mary. Very few flags called tonight as we played 1:21 of this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we've only had a couple of penalties altogether.
Now, the other interesting thing is that there are still a couple of great big games going on. We won't be covering these games. We happen to select different games. We had to kind of balance things out between the 4 teams in our network. But Cranbrook will be playing Waterford Our Lady of the Lakes in Week 8. And that will be a huge game. And,
where are they playing that one?
They are playing that game at Cranbrook. And Cranbrook's really not that far. It's really not that far outside of our network. But we're going to be at Mott that night as Plymouth will play at Mott.
Oh, I see.
And a KLAA crossover as Plymouth plays in the West Division of the KLAA. Mm-hmm. And so, anyway, Kingswood. But I really... After you see the Cenarius brothers play tomorrow, well, Cranbrook better be all that because Our Lady of the Lakes they really have a terrific football team this year.
I'm excited about that game tomorrow. And daytime. Let's hope for heat.
Well, plus we'll be in a press box, and I might bring a heater, a space heater tomorrow. I'm going to come loaded tomorrow. I'm going to come loaded with tools to keep warm. And I got to give our major credit tonight to my hero, Josh Bauer, and over on the sidelines as this time following that timeout. It's play action, going on a fly pattern, having the man beat, turning around, what a hole in for a catch. Matthew Jordan, shake and juke. The St. Mary defender and the best catcher to my hero, Josh Bauer, and over on the sidelines as this time following that timeout. It's play action, going on a fly pattern, having the man beat, turning around, what a hole in for a catch. Matthew Jordan, shake and juke. The St. Mary defender and the best catcher.
Little number 3 gets free and goes through the line, gets downfield, and makes the hard grab.
Now, we were talking about quick hits instead of what Brother Rice might have talked about in the just before halftime. As that time it's going to be a handoff to Ryan Scott, who kind of stumbles around a couple of players, kind of bebops around a couple of Orchard Lake St. players. Bonasso on the carry.
He kind of sidesteps him really nice and picks up a good, strong 4.
I was thinking, I was going to tell you, I says, Brother Rice has not completed a pass for more than 10 yards in the first half. They've had some they're running the out pattern. That's the play. That time there, it kind of like a skinny post that time, and it was run, and they hauled it in, and this time the running back won't get a whole lot of running room for Brother Rice.
And that's the thing that I keep seeing, you keep thinking that, okay, you set up the pass by doing the run, but they did that, but they didn't do the pass part of it. They kept setting it up, but where was the pass? Now they finally bring the pass in, which is a really necessity at this point, being down 23-zip.
3rd down and 4. Brother Rice working off the near hash marks from our left to our right. 5 ticks under 9 minutes to go. Our second half is seeing Orchard Lake St. Mary the huge lead and hauled down for a huge sack. Steve Krajewski simply could not get away. It looked like running it out.
Number 4.
Yeah, And that time it was
Bosher.
Yeah, he's come out of his linebacker spot and makes that play. And wow, I mean, he literally tattooed him.
6'1", 195, and a senior. He had to be happy with that. He's got him back for a loss now, 4th down in about 15.
4th down. We're going to call it a long 14. As Jeff just said, Orchard Lake St. Mary is showing a 3-man front. They're going to run LaTroyer, Holly, and Henry. Patrick Henry on the right end. Not that one. Off the near, the hash mark that is, you got Krajewski. Krajewski looking downfield. He's buying time, rolling around to his left. Now rolling to his right, eludes one guy, gets a block. Still on his feet, buying more time. He's got to go along the sideline. Oh, he stepped out of bounds, came back in. The official caught that one all the way.
Wow.
And I'll tell you, it was an exciting play. If that would have went north to south, he would have went, 40 yards on that play. He ran east to west, did a smart job, eluding one tackler, getting a block, buying more time, and Krajewski is only a sophomore. And that's what you're going to see Brother Rice. While things aren't going well for him in this particular football game, you're going to see them with a really bright future because they got a lot of underclassmen that are making a nice impact in their game.
Definitely a growing time for them.
And so Brother Rice is going to be pushed back big, and with that, it's going to be a handoff and not a lot of running room. And so Orchard Lake St. Mary on their initial play from the line of scrimmage in the second half, they're going to pick up about 4 yards on that last one.
Yeah, Troy Marks gets the haul and does a 4-yard gain, and they've been doing that all night. 4 yards, 4 yards, 4 yards.
And so Orchard Lake St. Mary, they're looking to run it. They have 3 wide receivers, and this time on the carry, Pyle's going to be pushed. It's going to be pushed back, and this time on the carry, they have number 3 for them. It's going to be Justin Myrick.
Gains about 4 yards. It's going to make it a 3rd down and a long 3, about 4 itself.
And so this clock continues to spin along. We played 5 minutes, 10 seconds of quarter number 3. Orchard Lake St. Mary is moving from our right to our left off the near hash marks at their own 48. They have everybody in tight, Jeff. They have 2 tight ends, 2 running backs, and they have but the 3 to get. And this time the handoff will go once again to the running back who's got all kinds of room. He could have a nice sideline yardage.
Number 3.
Yeah, it's Myrick.
Huge gain running that sideline.
And Myrick that time gets 24 yards.
Boy, it fooled you. You're looking at that tight set. You're thinking, okay, they're coming up our gut. They run it on the outside and nobody there.
And they certainly had Rice thinking the same exact thing. And so Orchard Lake St. Mary, they have a 1st down. They have the football over at the far hash mark. They have the powerhouse backfield. And this time the handoff is going to go to the first man through. And he's simply going to be stacked up. It's going to be a gain of just a couple of yards, as that time it's going to be Troy Marks.
Troy Marks gets that quick handoff. I mean, barely hiked out of the hand of the center, and it's already in his gut, and he's running it upfield.
And so he picks up about 3 yards, tough yardage. We're now halfway through quarter number 3. My co-hero tonight is Amber Curran. She's learning how to do time-lapse videos. So we trained her on that, but she has not been in the truck tonight, and we'll tell you what that means in a minute. The bone will go downfield, and the pass is overthrown. Oh, and a late flag on Rice. I don't know if that was a catchable ball.
I don't even think it was catchable. Look where they're at. They're literally sitting out of bounds. I mean, pick those flags up. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
they are out of bounds by the time that thing even comes close.
I probably would pick it up, but the flag was thrown simultaneously by 2 different officials. It looked like fireworks went off, but in my opinion, I agree with you. I thought that was uncatchable, but it will be a pass interference call. Orchard Lake St. Mary, they don't want to hear any of that. They're just going to take this pass interference call. They will move downfield 15 yards. And, a couple other things. Now, we've been broadcasting games from other cable companies. Media Network is really progressive this year. I've been going around to these different cable companies. I guess I'm putting me into the equation saying, hey, look, we're going to give you some of our games. You give us some of yours. And so every week we've had some great games. I mean, we had last week, we had the Oxford Lake Orion game. We've had Clarkston in a couple games this year. We have the Wall Lake Western game, the one that's the big one going on against Wall Lake Northern. We're going to have that for you early next week. It'll be played right after our ball game.
Right.
And so we've got a lot of great games still to come. I mean, Clarkston's going to be playing home in a couple weeks. We'll have that home game for you.
There's some great stuff right here on your public access channel.
And so Orchard Lake St. Mary has the ball 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff, bouncing off a couple of Brother Rice players. Is going to be for them. It's number 20, Brandon Adams, and Adams is going to gain about, I don't know, a couple yards. Look at this. There's not even going to be a huddle.
No,
yep,
hurry up.
Yep, they are indeed in that hurry-up offense, and this time it's going to be a wraparound handoff. This time to Myrick. Myrick's got a little bit of push as he's going to go right side. This time it's going to go to...
Does a good job there, but only gets 3, but love to see the hurry up. I mean, change it up a little bit.
Yep.
Go to the hurry up. Stay with the huddle. Go, change it up like that.
And it's Myrick. And Myrick had that gain. He picked up 3 on that last one. We've already played half of our third quarter, plus 47 seconds. As Orchard Lake St. Mary is on the move. 3 first-half turnovers by Brother Rice, point-blank ones inside their own 15-yard line. An interception, a muff punt, and a second interception.
Yeah,
nope. It has destroyed their game plan from 26. The A side. And this time the run to the outside, running right side, is going to be, it looks like Rashawn Allen.
Yeah, does a great job to bounce it outside, the sophomore. Start giving it to the new people. I mean, you've got a nice lead. Try your new guys. Try those younger players.
And so it's 1st and goal, Orchard Lake St. Mary, the team in red and black, against the road team from Brother Rice, our Birmingham squad.
Picks up, wow.
And this time the ball, it looks like it's muffed. I don't think
touchdown.
The quarterback, he ran to the outside.
Signals touchdown on the far side. My goodness.
I was fully beaten on that particular call. I thought it was muffed. Instead, it was a sweep toss outside, right side. Touchdown, and our game score is 29-0.
Yeah, and this side of the audience has decided, okay, it's cold enough, it's windy enough.
And they've had enough. Just a few people. You know what, though? There's still more of the football season, and like I say, these Rice kids, as they get better, things could be different. And so the ball is spotted.
Oh, another great
up,
kick.
And it is good.
Wow. This is a good foot,
he does.
He is really, it's constant, and that's so important. John Kosiski, a senior, man, pay attention. This kid could just keep going.
Well, it's amazing how many schools, even in this day and age, are still struggling to, find good kicking. Kicking's a lot better than when we were kids. I mean, you'd be lucky to find a guy that could kick kick an extra point, 15, 20-yard field goal, and that would be it. Well, now things are a whole lot different, as a lot more teams have kids that can kick the ball very, very well downfield.
Right. There's so much of this going on with the foot of these football players because, my God, we come from an area that has some of the greatest kickers that you'll ever see in the area. I mean, Eddie Murray, who still lives in the area. Hey, Ed, good friend of mine, old neighbor. And then you've got all kinds of other things. We've had Jason Hansen for the Lions. Both of these guys, big scorers in the NFL. So this is what you grow up around? Well, learn to kick the football. With a huge lead, 30-0. It is time for another St. Mary's kickoff. Been able to put it deep, even through this wind, and lets it go through the end zone. Another touchback. So Brother Rice gonna try and pick their time here. They need to do something, get it on the clock. It's 4 minutes, 22 seconds for everyone at Media Network. Thank you for watching. I'm Jeff Decker. We'll take a quick break. Come right back. We got to see what's Rice going to do.
Millions of loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and adopt already.
Sometimes it comes down to the last second buzzer beater.
Sometimes you don't know if the ball's in or if it's out. But when it comes down to the final call,
Refs are always there to keep it fair. And every high school athlete needs you to pitch in.
if you want to become a referee, just go online to mhsaa.com, click on officials, and register now.
Our game is counting on you.
Brother Rice sets up quick. Gets ready, back in the shotgun. Takes a snap, quick handoff. Busts the line. Oh, helmet there. Dive in. Not the kind of tackle you want to see with the helmets crackling right at the end of that. Fortunately, everybody gets up cleanly. Gain of about 3.
So it's now going to be second down and 7 yards. Brother Rice, they're in need of some instant points as we're past playing 8 minutes of this third quarter, behind 30-0. They have had some good moments. I mean, the problem is
that throw.
Oh my gosh!
My goodness,
that catch was got to be one of the best plays that I think it's going to be highlight material for some of the highlight shows.
Brought down high and low. Boy, that's not a good feeling there. I've had that happen. Ow.
Multiple pops and not a lot of running room.
Your body isn't quite made to go this way, go that way all at the same time.
I feel like I feel like I'm trying to broadcast with like a mouthful of peanut butter tonight. I'm so cold. My teeth, my molars, my molars, all the fillings came out probably in the first half.
It is cold. The wind's what's really cutting through here.
And so, Brother Rice out of the shotgun. They got the quarterback going out. It's going to be a complete pass to Krajewski. He's going to go to his intended target. It looked to be Matt Jordan. And he'll haul it in for another Rice first down.
See, that's what they got to do.
And he is the next Alex Malzone, the kid that graduated back in 2013. This kid has a gun for an arm. He shows some moxie. He's able to get away from people. And he has really done a good job at the quarterback slot. Split out now to the near side. Once again, it's going to be Matt Jordan. They have a player over to the far. They got a player in the shotgun, and Rice that time just running right into the line.
I'm not getting this. It's just not working. I mean, you've set up the pass, you've set up the pass, you've set up the pass. Stop setting it up, throw it. When they've done it, they've been very successful, and somehow they're not seeing what I'm seeing, I guess. Throw the ball.
Second down and 9. Krajewski went over to the sideline. Now he's back talking to his team in the huddle. We played nearly 10 minutes of this third quarter as Rice will break out of the huddle. They're going to show themselves. It looks like a pro set, and this time we got a flag going, and the play will quickly dissolve as everybody hears the whistle at the same time, and we'll find out what the call is. It is going against Rice.
Still doing the handoff.
Yeah, they still are. They're running to set up the run, it looks like. And
that's not, running to set up the run.
Yeah, they're running and running it and running it. And, when you're behind by 5 scores, the clock will go back to running once again with 1:50 to go in this quarter.
The saying of what's insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Well, they're playing the insanity offense tonight.
Yeah,
and they have had success. I don't think you can throw the ball like an aerial circus tonight, but at the same token, they did have the quarterback, Krajewski, and Krajewski this time runs right into a sack, as this time it's going to be big number 4.
Number 4.
For Orchard Lake St. Mary in on
Keep Bosch.
Kofi Bashir will make the stop.
6-1.
Yeah, and once again, Orchard Lake St. Mary is breaking players out of that bench. And they're emptying it out.
Well, there's so much that Rice shows But, boy, look at this third down. Third down, and what are we at, 25?
Third down and a bunch, and this time Rice. They will have split out to the near side. 2 players, 2 more over to the far, playing in the run and shoot. They got Krajewski looking back. He's going to buy time. Rolling right, throws it over the middle. It's picked off. Orchard Lake St. Mary has just got their 4th turnover of the game. It's point blank. It's not inside the 15 like they have, but it's still inside the 25-yard line. 4th turnover of the game. And Orchard Lake St. Mary, if they score here, it could be a running clock. Will it be a running clock? We're going to find out when we return right after this.
All right, this is the play that we're going to run. Alex, this is what I need you to do. We're going to inbounce the ball.
Hey, you okay? That was a pretty hard foul.
I think you might have a concussion.
Do you remember anything?
If you passed out, we need to get you looked at by a doctor.
If you don't feel right, you gotta tell somebody.
I'm your mother. You mean too much to me to take a chance like this.
It's okay. Don't worry. We've got your back.
Let's go. The ball's coming to you. Ready to get back in there?
A concussion is a serious brain injury. Know how to recognize concussion symptoms, report a concussion to your coach and parents, and take time to rest. Safe Kids is helping to educate students about concussion safety. Make the right choice. Join the team and pledge to keep concussions on the sideline.
I don't know. You can't litter in Orchard Lake to put the ball out. While you're doing 12 in a 10-mile-an-hour zone.
Well, the play starts back up.
Well, the play starts right back.
Two police cars in the background, and the play goes on.
Yeah, the play moves on.
Wow.
Orchard Lake, they'll run the ball right into the line following that as we're in our final 26 seconds of this third quarter. And, yeah, I mean, we're in Orchard Lake where if you go 2 miles over the speed limit, the cops will send you over to Bloomfield District Court.
And then
we all know about you, Bloomfield District Court.
And Kego ain't any better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Kego, Sylvan Lake, we all know about it.
Got to watch yourself.
Well, yeah. When I lived down south, there was a corner so notorious that people would flash their lights when the cops were, and they'd come up the road. And you know the cops, so they're going the other way. Everybody's warning each other.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, it's definitely a good idea some of the times. That's for darn sure.
Yeah. Well, we did have a timeout called out on our field, and this time it's called by Orchard Lake St. Mary. And so with that, you know, we kind of talked about, you know, Brother Rice running the ball so much. I don't know if they have a whole lot of options. I mean, yeah, we want them to throw the football.
No.
But at the same token, it's just been so difficult with the wind and the weather the way it has been. And, you know, 2 months from now, we're going to brag. We're going to wish for a day like this, most likely in Michigan.
Yeah, that it would be at least this warm. The end of the third quarter, and it's 30-0, and start the fourth. Rice wants to do something here. I keep thinking, you know, get it in the air, and then his line breaks down or he has something going on that's good. It's just been like this for these guys. I mean, they're trying as best they can.
Well, you know, this is a team that's, you know, they're going to grow together over the next couple of years. I imagine the players are a little more inexperienced than usual that they have at Rice. But this Krajewski is a definite building block for their team. I mean, he's really just a super player. As we go back to the line of scrimmage in our fourth quarter, is now on tap. Rice has the football. They're working. Actually, it's Orchard Lake St. Mary with the football as they're going to hand off. The ball will go the opposite way, and a beautiful run going off tackle. And that time the effort was made by Rashawn Allen, and Allen's going to pick up maybe 4 yards. Oh, make it 6 as they give him a favorable spot, maybe even 7.
Yeah, he's right down 3rd and 1.
Yeah, they kept moving that marker. Orchard Lake, they're looking to get the running clock going. They're up by 30. They have a 5-score lead. I kind of look at football games by how many scores, you know, are you behind in terms of if you get the 8 points. You know, if you get 8 points every time, and it's, you know, I mean, but yeah, they are behind. I mean, they're going to need some 8-point drives and some 7-pointers to get back in this one.
Well, Rice is helping them out here, jumping off sides, giving them free first downs. Now they're, you know, 1st and goal again. They've had just a hard time of it tonight.
Orchard Lake St. Mary, they come out of their huddle. They work from our left to our right up the near hash mark. This time the quarterback to Bone. To Bone this time he will have a wraparound handoff. We have another flag down on the field. As that time the rush attempt was by Adams, but they'll bring it back, and it's motion against Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
Yeah, false start on. You could see them. I mean, they're excited. They want to get that next score. They want to get that running clock. Like you said, it's 35 points without, over the other team, and just go and get out of here. It's cold enough.
Yeah, I imagine that the local restaurants will get a lot of people that want to go in and get a little bit of fellowship tonight. Have some laughs and kind of talk over the game and get a little hors d'oeuvre action going. Is Orchard Lake St. Mary on this first down and 13 and running around in and trying to get the corner but not able to get it. He's being hauled down, Brad Adams is, by the Brother Rice linebackers. It looked like Samuel Heitnen and others were in on that particular stop.
Well, they brought him down before he got out. It looked like he was out, but no, the clock runs.
Yep, the clock runs, and with 10:13 to go in our football game. I'd like to thank all our volunteers for coming out tonight, plus our media network personnel of Whitney Hunt and Joshua Bowen.
Yep. Johanna doing her greatest on the audio. Hopefully we sound great.
And so with that, it's going to be a handoff straight up the middle, student body push, and a touchdown. And this time it's Orchard Lake St. Mary. And they have gotten into the end zone and has now made it a 36-0 football game. And they will now attempt the extra point. And what the running clock means is that it doesn't mean it's a full running clock. What it means is that the only time it will stop is for an injury, a score, or a timeout. Other than that, if it's an incomplete pass, the clock runs. That's the way it goes.
Yep.
The ball is spotted. It is set and just avoiding a couple of Rice players. The kick is good, and it's now a 37-0 game score.
Great foot. I mean, he's just a really good kicker.
I would imagine that he's got some people that are looking at him for the boot. I mean, he can kick that football.
And you've been seeing a lot of games. Have you been seeing much better than that?
The Wall Lake Western kicker was excellent.
Is he?
I don't remember his name, but he was excellent. Clarkston has another good kicker. They always seem to have a good kicker. I don't know where. Their kids must go to the camps and all that. They always seem to find a good boot.
Right.
But more and more teams are finding a player. Usually they seem to be coming from the soccer programs.
Well, that's what I was saying. I mean, with Eddie Murray so close, Eddie still lives in town from the Lions, and then
so does
Hansen still lives in the
I
area.
run into him over at Carl's.
Yep. If you go to his house off Allen Road there in Clarkson, you'll see a field goal post still set up.
Was it still set up for him? He probably still does it.
Why not?
And the only reason Hansen really retired is he wanted some big dough to kick for the Lions his last season. He said, well, I don't really need it. And so, he's set for life.
It was funny. Eddie retired from the Lions. He got called in to play for the Cowboys and got a Super Bowl ring.
No comment.
You don't like Super Bowl rings?
No, I like Super Bowl rings, but you notice players always leave the Lions and get one.
Oh my goodness. He touched that, picks it back up.
Yeah, the kickoff is muffed, and Rice will continue on with the football. Luckily, Matthew Jordan makes something out of nothing, and Rice will have the football 1st and 10 at their own 14 or 15-yard line with 9:44 to go in this football game. Now the clock is not running right. No, it is running right now.
That could have been.
I thought they
really
weren't going to
bad.
run it after the, to get the offense on the field to change, but they are running it.
Let it go. Yep. No, that could have been so ugly. I mean, he's looking around going, "Oh, do I pick it up now?" Yeah, pick it up and go. And he luckily got some more yards out of it. Otherwise, they were right down in the goal line again.
So, Brother Rice with the football with just 9:14 to go in this contest. They trail 37-0. They have not threatened to score even one time in this football game. Orchard Lake St. Mary, they have just simply, they've been league champs. I mean, just in the last 10 years, we'll tell you about that in a moment, as that handoff by Rice goes absolutely nowhere in their I guess you call it the insanity offense, as they just beat it into the line and not a lot is happening.
You know, that game we covered a couple weeks ago, and they were doing those great little dump passes, and you know, they don't have to go for the big yards, and I just see that's open for these guys, but they're not playing it.
Yeah, the out pattern, the slant pattern, or even a curl periodically. That's basically, you know, kind of what you're looking at. Brother Rice with the football. That's going to make it 2nd down and 9, and this time the handoff straight up the middle and a little bit of running room for the running back.
That's a 1st down.
It is. It's 1st down yardage as you can move the chains. As that time the handoff is by, it looks like, Al Gonzalez, and that's going to be a pickup of just a few yards.
That's a 1st down for them, and they haven't had one in a while, so.
Brother Rice, they have 2 wideouts, one split out to the near, one to the far. They're running out of the eye, and the handoff will go to that man, and that time it's going to be about another 5-yard gain.
Good job on that to pick up 5 or 6.
And that time on the carry for Brother Rice was the tailback. It was Matthew Bonasso. And so Bonasso is going to get about 5 yards on that particular effort. And once again, Rice is going to be playing out of the pro set. They were going to work out of the eye. They do have 3 wide receivers, and they have 1 player turning into a slot back. They're trying to determine whether Orchard Lake St. Mary is going with a man or a zone defense. And this time the handoff will be a short-range run.
Oh, is that going to be close, boy? That
is
really close to the mark.
Yep, it's Bonasso again with 6:54 to go in our football game.
Still no indication. Nope, 3rd and 1.
John Tracy, it looks like, has taken over as quarterback for Brother Rice, as this is his first drive, and this time it's going to go straight up the middle, and taking the legs out from the ball carrier is number 55 for Orchard Lake St. Mary, Dwayne Chapman.
Gets that all-important 1st down that they've needed so much.
Like to thank other volunteers tonight. Like to thank Brad Shaw. Like to thank John Dixon. I hate mentioning names almost because you always miss somebody. Like to thank the girls for running around the campus tonight. They helped out to serve our crew meal, and this time Tracy on the bomb is going to overthrow it, and he shows a nice arm for Brother Rice.
Yeah, boy. He put a lot of air under that real easily with hardly any effort at all. Just haul back and let her fly.
And so that's just going to go as a long incomplete pass. Our clock continues to run as we have the running clock, even on that incomplete pass. We have 5.5 minutes to go in our football contest. 37-0, Orchard Lake St. Mary on the strength of 4 Brother Rice turnovers, plus a little bit of pounding of their own. And now a sweep toss left side. Brother Rice, they have it, and being brought down at their own 45. The ball carrier that time, once again, is Bonasso.
It's going to be 3rd and short, boy, but he did get juked and do all he can.
It's going to be a matter right now if Rice can get on the board, and it's very possible. They're putting together a nice drive. I think that the game result is not in doubt, but I think that they'd like to at least try to run some sort of an offense against many reserves for the Eagles. And once again, it's going to be another handoff. Straight picking his way for a nice yard is Bonasso. Bonasso tiptoeing along the sidelines, being brought down by the 32-yard line. Only a game drive tackle save by Rashawn Allen prevented that one from being a score, as Orchard Lake St. Mary and Brother Rice have both emptied out their benches.
An over 20-yard quick out run, and just does a great job to get that 1st down and more in that important drive that these guys really need. That. It's great to go home and have at least a drive that you can count on.
And so Rice off the near hash marks. They're going to work with a man split near, a man split far, and this time they got Allen. Allen going downfield, going for his main target, and the ball is going to be incomplete, and a late flag is thrown, and that will be a drive continue or it's pass interference.
That's interference. He was, on him prior to it even getting there. But that's okay because, a lot of these players, like you're saying, St. Mary's got a lot of their extra players and a lot of the new kids, a lot of bodies that have to get used to their play. And not a problem with doing that. They'll walk off the 15 and get the first down and keep on keeping on.
And the clock temporarily stopped as the officials are moving that one, moving the chains, and the clock will start rolling once again with 4 ticks under 4 minutes to play in this fourth and final quarter.
There it is, 15.
And it's the full 15. It's not the half the distance to the goal. And so with that, Brother Rice looks to work off the near hash marks. They have a player split over to the far side. That's going to be Matt Jordan, and this time it's going to be a handoff that will go right up the middle. Not a whole lot of running room. A couple players in on the stop for Orchard Lake St. Mary.
3:33 on the clock, rolling.
Yeah, Brother Rice, simply they're running it right up the middle. Trailing by 37. They're on the road. Players split out on either side. Just a handoff will go off tackle. And on the carry for Brother Rice, one of their reserves, Brandon Durivage. First time we've called his name in our contest.
Well, I know that Rice, when you play in a game like this, just to have a score, just so you have something to hold on to before you get the heck out of Dodge. You're not taking the game.
You hate to look at your yearbook and see a 0 next to a score, of a game, especially a key opponent. You won't get very many fairly lopsided games against a key rival. Allen looking downfield, buying time. It's going to go into the out part of the flat. There's not a lot of running room there. The pass is going to go incomplete.
Boy, and on the near side there, 22, wide open in this left corner. He didn't even look his way.
Yeah, the quarterback that time, that's the one thing when you get these underclassmen quarterbacks, they just have tunnel eyes. They don't look off a primary target. And that's something he'll have to work on. That's something they'll keep working on with him for the last 3 weeks of the football season.
Huge fourth down.
Orchard Lake St. Mary looking to go 5-1 on the season. Brother Rice will go to 2-4 as we have 1:54 to go in this game. Allen pumps right, goes left. He's going to tuck it in. He's got room. He's got the corner. He's going to have a cutback. Orchard Lake St. Mary that time bringing him down. Look like Cullen and others in there on the stop.
I think he's short.
I do as well.
Yeah.
And it's a turnover. Downs. Orchard Lake St. Mary should mop up our last minute 31.
It's, on a drive that you just saw so many good things. We really wanted to see some, get some points. You love all these kids for all the strong stuff they do and how hard they're working. When you do all this and you've done it in your lifetime, you know what it feels like to walk in with that, that goose egg, and man, it does not feel good.
No, it doesn't, but Rice will fight on. They got some building blocks for their team and on both sides of the football, and while things didn't go very well for them tonight, they are going to be shut out, barring Orchard Lake St. Mary having it. It's not going to happen. I mean, all they're going to do is kneel on the football. I mean, what can go wrong?
Yeah, the victory set.
Yep. The victory formation on the knee. There will be one more play in our game. We will not have a post-game show tonight. It is very, very extremely cold out. I don't think Rice wants to talk. I know that George Port now, they're going to run across. That's the bad thing about being over here is to try to catch them. You used to be able to block something off and get somebody to get onto the field, but we're not going to be able to do that
Let
here.
somebody know you're interested in Gavin, but that's okay. We are more than frozen enough, in my opinion.
Well,
they're not even going to run another play, pal. It's it.
No, they're not. They just said, hey, They just picked it up and said, see ya down the road.
Yep.
For everybody at Media Network of Waterford, both teams will do their handshakes.
Always good to see that.
Yep, our camera operators are going to break down. We have another Catholic League tilt for you. That will happen tomorrow at Our Lady of the Lakes, and we will be in a broadcast booth. And you have a space heater?
I do somewhere.
Well, you better bring it. You better bring it. And we might better bring one for whoever's standing on top of that press box tomorrow, because I heard we might. And if we get rain.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, with that, I tell you what, thanks for putting up with me. I had a mouthful of peanut butter tonight. All I could do was feel my molars.
It went fine.
Excuses.
It went fine.
It went fine. Well, for Jeff Decker, I'm Roy Akers. For everybody down the truck, y'all have a great night, and we're going to catch you on the downside.